Hi guys, Bobby Gas here. Well, I got some more records. We all got more records, don't we? Well, let's get on with it here. These I got albums from an auction. Patrick, the vinyl archivist, or PB Thal now he calls himself, or people call him, and I got four albums off. I only bought two, but Patrick always sends some extra stuff to fill out fill out the package. I'm kind of running out of things to buy. I've got just about everything I really need for me, my taste, and stuff like that. Anyhow, let's get to it. One of my favorite guitar players of all time, Jeff Beck. Truce and Beckola on this puppy, eh? You know, two albums. It's a double album. I got a couple of them like that. Spirit, I got one like Spirit. I like those double album jobbies. Saves you money. This year, Jeff Beck. I mean, I seen the guy every decade from the '60s on, right? I guess the last time I seen him might have been 2001 or something like that down at Massey Hall. This got some great music on it, eh? Well, three tunes that I absolutely love. Plinth, Hangman's Knee, and what the hell's the other one? Rice Pudding, right? Jeff Beck, the only problem I ever had with Jeff was the music that he played on his albums and stuff like that. I mean, just about anybody could have chosen better stuff, but I mean, the guy's his own man. He. What he does. What are you going to do? You can't knock Jeff Beck. Now this one I know I bought. I bought that kind of on spec, and I wasn't too sure about it. It wasn't expensive. It's a promo copy on Atlantic, and I played this. I was really surprised. I really like this. It's rock and roll. I'm a rocker, an old rocker that loves the blues. I like that album. I enjoyed it. This one I know I bought. It's Blue Oyster Cult, right? The Revolution by night, and Patrick sent. I had sent him a 45 that he wanted to. He wanted to download and put on his channel or whatever. Yeah, it's free. All right now. Anyhow, he forgot to send it on the last time I bought records off him, so I reminded him this time, and he sent it. Blue Oyster Cult. That's 1983, the year my father died. Oh, what the hell's this? Hang on a second. It's my ride for my COVID shot tomorrow. Hang on. Jesus. Okay, where was I? Oh, yeah. Blue Oyster Cult. 1983. This is much later in their discography. It ain't bad. It ain't great, but I like some of the Blue Oyster Cult. And there's a tune or two in here that I like, eh? And the last record that Patrick showed me, yeah, that phone call was. I got to go get my sixth COVID shot tomorrow, and I got to book a ride there and back. So that's what that was all about. And the last album that Patrick sent me, this he sent me on spec, and this is Christ, I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, this is a promo copy of the Motors. And there's the list down there and all of that kind of stuff. There it is. There, the guy got some writing on it, eh? Something. I mean, we used to do that a lot back in the old days. Old days, eh? The Motors. Patrick sent it to me because it had this written on it, torn out, and had that writing on it and that writing on the thing, and that's just Patrick don't like those kind of well, he don't send them out. I mean, he'll tape them if they sound good enough, right? But he don't send records like this out to people or sell them, I should say. Anyhow, these guys here, they're a British, oh, I don't know, a bar band, a pub band, I guess you'd call them. Uh, I didn't know much about them. I just looked them up a little bit and sampled this, played this, and you know, it's just, it's just. I mean, they got one good tune on it called "Modern Man," and their biggest hit. What the hell was it called? Oh yeah, like an Arthur Haley book, "Airport." That was their biggest hit. Anyhow, I'll show you. I got a pile of 45s too, right? I'll show you the 45s now. Okay, here, let's go with the 45s. I got a little stack of them here, right? Hang on, Sloopy, by the McCoys with some writing on it. We all used to do that back in the day because you used to take you used to take your 45s to parties and dances and stuff like that, right? And you carried them with you, and people would steal them, so you had to put your name on them, right? Because there's guys that used to have collections back in the day. I remember they'd bring maybe a dozen records to the party, and more than half of them would have somebody else's name on them. Smoker's cough. Yeah, I've been smoking. I'm in my 75th year, and I started buying my own cigarettes when I was 13. I was smoking when I was stealing pop cigarettes, 10, 11 years old. And Dad got mad at us and told me and my two brothers, if you're going to steal my if you're going to smoke your own goddamn cigarettes, because he'd be getting up in the morning and he'd have no cigarettes. Me and my brothers would steal them on him while he was sleeping. He left them on the coffee table, Pop did. Anyhow, next 45 up here. It's not the first rock and roll song of all time. Bill Haley and the Comets, Rock Around the Clock, eh? I got this someplace else, right? And what's the other one there? Shake, Rattle, and Roll. His two big-time famous hits, right? I've got them, right? But I don't know. I mean, I collect some of these old labels that have the hot hits on them, right? Because, well, they're good records. Next up here is this is I don't know this record. Sonny and the Four Shades, Broken Hearted Surfer. And on the flip side is Beetle Boogie. Oh, wait a minute. Beetle Boogie sounds familiar. That's on Glow. That sounds familiar, eh? Beetle Boogie. That sounds familiar to me. Here's Some Kind of Wonderful, Grand Funk. What the hell's on the flip side of this? Some Kind of Wonderful. And on the flip side is Wild. Wild. I'll have to play that and see what that. I don't recall that one. Let me blow my nose. I got a leaky nose. From my father. My papa, he had the sneezies. Where you sneeze like crazy. And he had the sneezies and a drippy nose. He always had a wet hanky hanging out of his back pocket. Disgusting. But I got the wet nose, and my kid brother Teddy, he got the sneezies. When he gets the sneezies, you can't drive, you can't do nothing, right? Choo, 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 choo. One of them routines. Next up here, we got Joan Jett and the Blackguards. I have, I can't read these little letters here. I love rock and roll. You bet I do. You don't know what you've got on the flip side. Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. She's a little rocker, that chick. I like Joan Jett. I always have. I got a number of her albums and some other 45s. Here's another one of those gold standard records, you know, double hits type like that, right? On Atlantic. That's Ray Charles, What I Say. I love Ray. And I Got a Woman, Ray Charles, eh? He was something else, Ray Charles. Really was, eh? And this one here was, I've got 2 or 3 copies of this already, Glad All Over, but I do that, eh? It's had 2 copies in this, right? Glad All Over, and the other one was all written up on, eh? But actually, the vinyl on it looks better than this one here. I mean, looks better than this one here. Who knows with these things? I'll play them, clean them up. I mean, Glad All Over. That was a monster hit, eh? Next up here is poor old Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love. Great tune. Fantastic video, eh? I mean, that was a fantastic video. I got this too, eh? A lot of these are doubles. Oh, here's a stupid woman here. Ronnie Spector, try some, buy some. And on the flip side is Tandoori Chicken. Should have never married that Spector fella, man. Look at that simplistic apple, you know, generic kind of. No, it's not generic. That's a cheap apple sleeve, eh? Never seen them like that before. Where was this one made? Let's see if it says if it's Canadian or not. I'm curious. I can't find anything here that says where it was printed. So it's probably an American tune. Because Canadians, it pretty much says it all the time, right? Anyhow, Dr. Hook, only 16. And on the flip side is Let Me Be Your Lover. Ooh. And Tina Turner, We Don't Need Another Hero. And last but not least, Chubby Checker, Limbo Rock. That's another one of those, you know, represses. And on the flip side is Pony Time. Well, that's it, guys. That's my latest records that I found. Later. Bye-bye.